What's up? What's up? What's up? I haven't been able to do any videos because YouTube and my subscribe count is kind of on the low side. So, but the Facebook Live, I'm not able to do that until October 6th. So we got about 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks out. Then I'll be able to put videos on Facebook Live and get this show rolling. But until then, I got my Trump master make liberals mad. So, that's what I got to do for here on out is make the video, upload it to Facebook and YouTube, and then you guys do what you do with it. Hopefully you guys share it, view it, like it, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you haven't, go to my YouTube channel. This video will be there. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you will be notified exactly the time that I drop the video. As you can see, I got my man Joe Biden behind me. It's the mask I wore in one of my videos. And also the greatest president of all time. So, which is Donald John Trump. Okay, so I've gone through a couple of conversations, had some very interesting debates with different people, especially the people that are Black Lives Matter enthusiasts, and some who don't even support Black Lives Matter, but they actually just have a lot to say in regards to what I say, and is usually the total opposite opinion. I also want to grab people and put them on the show and actually have a live debate. I'd rather have somebody on here that I disagree with. That way you guys can see both sides of the argument. I don't really like to put out just one side because I feel like I'm biased, even though I am. Look, when you turn to this channel, you're going to get Trump, and probably some more Trump. So, and then probably some more Trump after that if you haven't gotten enough of the other three Trumps. So, as a Trump supporter, it is my duty to show you guys who don't know that there's another side of the story, because you've been getting CNN crazy nigginess news for so long that you probably don't understand the other side. You haven't got a chance to see. Everybody's going on these bloviated rants saying, Donald Trump is this, he's a monster, he's all these things. So when you come to this channel, you're going to get the opposite of that. You're going to get more praise, because this president deserves a lot of praise. A lot of things he said in the past that end up being true right now. It came into fruition. So today we're going to talk about Black Lives Matter again, right? I know a lot of you guys are like, man, I'm so sick of Black Lives Matter. Well, don't be sick of Black Lives Matter, because they're here to stay, unfortunately. They are here to stay. They are forcing their culture and their way of life on everybody else. So either we're going to have to get used to it or just bash the hell out of them. So back to what I was saying. Black Lives Matter has taken down their mission statement, well, some of it, about destroying the nuclear family structure. Let's get into that today, because that was big on their website at one point. But I guess when people start to read their mission statement, people get turned off, and then the fakeness in Black Lives Matter. Like, why don't you just stick with your statement? Like, why are you going to go backtrack and retract your shit now? Because you were real confident and you were saying it with your chest just a month ago, right? So, I guess people got wind. Okay, there were two women that don't like men, and since they don't like men, then you got the nuclear family structure that they're trying to take down. Oh, you put the pieces together. Then you realize, oh, they're anti-man. So, wait. So why are they so into George Floyd? That's when people start to put the pieces together. What do they need George Floyd for? Oh, he's a black man. It doesn't matter if he was right or wrong. He's a black man. So now we can pull them in to support the movement. We don't like them. We don't like them black men, but we can at least pull them in to support our movement and our cause. We can use guys like Lebron James, who we have no interest in knowing at all. But the fact that he's a millionaire with a strong voice and a big platform, we can use him to represent us. Smart. Black Lives Matter is smarter than people think. It's a dumb movement, but they're smart. Okay, so they took down that mission statement. Basically, destroying the nuclear family structure is basically saying that having a a male and woman, man and woman in the home raising a child is a bad thing. It's a white thing, and they want to get rid of it altogether. It's like a white. This is something that white people believe in, and we shouldn't follow that guideline. Like, that should be, to me, I believe that should be a human thing. Like, both parents should be in the child's life, right? Like, destroying the nuclear family structure is probably destroying the race as a whole at the end of the day. I mean, right now we're born 80% without a father in the home anyway. And they're talking about destroying the 20%, right? So we got to start looking at that type of thing. And I don't know. I'm not. So for them to change it because they realize, oh, we're turning some people off. We're not getting the donations probably that we used to get, or there's no more hashtags going out. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me and my husband or me and my wife raising my child is a bad thing? Wait a minute. Let me fall back on your movement. So, and then hashtag stop. The tags stop. The money stops. Black Lives Matter is all about the money. So if you got fathers, good fathers, that are in their child's life with the mom, saying, oh, you know what? Because these are the people that make the most money. Usually the whole household, the mom, dad, and children make more money than a single parent household, right? Generally. You got some single parents that do well, but for the most part, you're going to have two incomes 9 times out of 10 when you got a full family. So that's where the real money's coming from. If me and my wife is contributing versus just me contributing, it might be a little. So I think that's where that factored in the reason why they took it down on the website. I think that it was just a dumb statement anyway to try to break up black families. But that's what feminism was all about anyway, from the beginning stages, was to break up families, to make women more powerful than men, to make men obsolete, to make women just everything and men just nothing. So men are slime, men are dogs, men are this, men are that. We don't need men except for reproduction purposes. And that's it. So, and that kind of segues into what's going on now is we have women believing that they can raise children by themselves with the county, with Section 8, with food stamps, the cash aid, all that stuff, and man is not needed. In fact, the man has to front the bill or the taxpayer does. So that's where society is heading. And to me, unfortunately, that's not the way you want to go. And then you have a child that's growing up on low-income housing, Section 8, limited resources. You end up going to these public schools that Democratic politicians want you to go to, these inner city schools where you don't learn a damn thing. And then by the time you graduate, if you do graduate, because a lot of us don't, can't read, can't do math, can't spell, can't wipe our ass. So we can't do none of these things by the time we're 18 years old, and we're just thrown out on the street. And then what do we have? Absolutely nothing. And that's what Black Lives Matter is trying to push. They're trying to push us to be raised by a single mom, who everybody knows a single mom can be a decent parent. Don't get me wrong. They can do it. But it's nothing like having a father and mom in the home. So therefore, if a woman's raising a son, he's going to have a lot of feminine, not only feminine, but beta male tendencies that a man raising a child with a woman, and that other child may not have those same tendencies. So not saying it's perfection, but it's a lot better. The ratio is a lot better. So now Black Lives Matter eliminates that statement. So now we know Black Lives Matter is fake as hell. Fake as a $3 bill with freaking Bart Simpson on it. Just fake. All right. Black people aren't buying into it no more. Okay. Now you got Anquifa. We can go another direction. We're going to segue into this one. Anquifa, who as of whenever they got started, they've been around since the 20s from what I've been reading. They just been more prevalent in the United States over the last 5 or 6, 7 years, 8 years maybe. I'd say since 2014 is when Antifa got really big here. They are Democratic, you know. In fact, if you Google Antifa.com, it's going to take you to Biden and Kamala Harris's campaign. It's not going to take you to Trump. It's not going to take you to anybody else. It's going to take you to Biden, Harris. So, and who's destroying these buildings? Is it Black Lives Matter? A little bit. But remember, like I said to you guys before, the Yankees have a 40-man roster, okay? 15 on the farm, 25 on the active roster. Now, just because you see somebody walking down the street with a Yankee shirt on or a Yankee hat on or a jacket doesn't make them a Yankee. It makes them a Yankee fan. Two different things. Don't get those things mixed up or twisted at all. That's what the Yankees are. They are, a Yankee is somebody under contract signed by whoever's the owner of the Yankees, okay? That's who is a Yankee. So just because you see somebody with a Black Lives Matter shirt on doesn't make them Black Lives Matter. It makes them a Black Lives Matter fan or supporter or whatever, vessel, but they're not a actual Black Lives Matter person. Okay, so Black Lives Matter is probably about 10, 15 people all together. Okay, that's who is Black Lives Matter. Everybody else is fans, okay? That's it. So the 15 people with Black Lives Matter, I don't think are involved as far as physically, maybe monetarily, maybe emotionally involved, but not as far as physically there. So remember, the two people that started it, the two, you know what's, I'm not going to use it because I'm not trying to get banned on here, but that's who started it. And then, of course, the other 10 to 13 people. Those are Black Lives Matter. So Black Lives Matter, are they responsible for these burnings and lootings and murdering? And you can go down the list. Yes and no. I think they're responsible as far as encouraging, but they're not, their fingerprints are not on this, right? So we do know one thing, though, Antifa is involved on this. But why? Why is Antifa involved in destroying neighborhoods, especially black ones? And people started tripping off of that. I'm going to get into that in a second. Antifa is the ones behind all the burning, the tagging, the looting, the murdering, and all these things. They're the ones encouraging it. In fact, they're giving you pallets of water so you can go out there and destroy shit. And then you come back, you drink you some water, get you a snack. Usually it's probably a transgender person passing it out. That's all Antifa stuff, okay? That's not Black Lives Matter. Now, I'm not here to defend Black Lives Matter because I think that organization is trash too. But at least we know that they're not solely involved in the burning, looting, and murdering, okay? So, Antifa, why are they burning down black neighborhoods? Remember, they were doing that. They stopped. Well, they didn't stop burning. They went to white neighborhoods. I think because black people start catching on, like, hey, wait a minute, dog. You guys only come into black neighborhoods burning stuff down. What's the deal? Like, why is it that it's Black Lives Matter and all that, but you're burning down all these black businesses? So I think somebody from Black Lives Matter or some black people that was there with Black Lives Matter shirts on was like, hey, bro, we just continue tearing up our stuff. When we gonna tear up yours? Okay, now you got Oregon, you got Washington, you got different places where they started, tearing stuff up. Because at first, for a quick little second, 2 weeks, at the beginning stages, it was not happening like that. So I look at little things, little trends where people I see like, okay, it makes sense to me now. I see where the changes are happening. You got to really pay attention to see where the changes go, because a lot of the time it happens so quick. It's like a snap of a finger and you miss it. Like the Black Lives Matter taking down the mission statement, like the Antifa burning down black neighborhoods and then switching over to white neighborhoods because black people start seeing like, wait a minute, dog. And some black people even running them off like, hey, I'll beat your ass. You come over and try to burn down this business. Like, you know what I mean? So, Antifa and Black Lives Matter, they're together, but they're not. But they are, but they're not. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But that's just what it is. Okay, so let's move on to the Black Lives Matter reasoning for being Black Lives Matter. Because a lot of the time, I get a lot of people. Now, look, as a black man that supports Donald Trump, that supports police, that supports the United States, that's patriotic, that's a Republican, that's conservative, that's far right, nationalist. You can go ahead and down the list. I've been called it all. I've been called a black nationalist. I've been called a Nazi. I've been called a KKK. So as one of them, all right, I get messages, comments, you name it, hate mail from everybody on the opposite end of the spectrum. So with me, I get, oh, he's a coon. He's an Uncle Tom. He's a sellout. He's in a sunken place. Oh, that guy's in he's that dude from Get Out. Oh, he's Uncle Ruckus. Oh, he's Clayton Bigsby. I've heard it all. I'm telling you, I've heard it all. So when I come at people that comment, I just come with the facts. Now I don't even disrespect nobody no more. I used to tell them eat a dick, all that stuff, but it don't make no difference. That's what they like anyway. So it's just whatever. But I got into an argument with Joy Taylor. Let's move on to this. This is another segue into this. Joy Taylor posted a status about how black people didn't get a chance to vote until 100 years ago. And, you know, we should register to vote. Obviously, she's anti-Trump, and what she's trying to do is get you to register to become a Democrat and then vote Democrat. But a child who's, well, I don't know, he said he was 14 years old. He commented, says, I'm only 14. Well, she says, well, when you turn 18, vote. I said, not only do you register to vote, but do your research first. Find out what can benefit you. And if it benefits you, then go vote. Don't just listen to a celebrity and that's sitting up in a cush office who's on TV making 6+ figures a year to talk about sports. Tell you that who you should vote for because it's so hard out here for them and you, but they are living the good life, right? Because my thing is this, how can LeBron speak for me and tell me that me and him are both getting hunted down by police when I'm not getting hunted down and he's driving a Ferrari living in a $16 million mansion? How can he convince me of this? He can't. There's no way. It's a disconnect there. I'm not I don't have a $16 million man. Look, I'm trying to get a $500,000-$600,000 house. This dude got 16 million in a house. Okay? Just use your brain on that. So obviously me and him ain't the same, okay? He up here and he's driving a Lamborghini. I'm in a 3 Series BMW, okay? Moderate, middle class vehicle, you know what I mean? Not a 96 Honda Accord with the seats blown out, but definitely not no Lamborghini Ferrari, right? This is like not even in the same stratosphere. So me and him aren't the same. So when he says the police is hunting us down as soon as we step outside, well, I step outside every day. I've never seen a cop outside waiting to hunt me down with a sniper rifle. Make sure, just be safe when you look around, make sure no red dots around here. But you get my point. So Joy Taylor is that type of person. She's trying to convince you, hey, it's so hard, man. You black, remember? Oh, but wait, I have a white parent. It's so much racism. My mom and dad are white and black. My brother's white and black. My brother played for the Miami Dolphins. My brother made millions of dollars as a defensive end or linebacker. I think it was defensive end for the Miami Dolphins. Hall of Famer. How did I get in this spot? oh, my brother's Jason Taylor. So I'm on a talk show now. Now, don't get me wrong. Look, she bad. Okay, when I tell you she looked nice, Joy Taylor looked nice. The body ain't all there, but the face is. Okay, so therefore, there you go. She is in her position 9 times out of 10. Not saying it's the for sure, but we can almost guess the reason why she's on the herd with Colin Cowherd is because she has a brother named Jason Taylor. I don't have a brother named Jason Taylor. I don't have a brother named LeBron James. So I'm going to be sitting right here in front of this camera getting paid nothing. So now, so she can't tell me how hard it is to be a black male when you're not even full black. You were raised well by your parents and you're in a position of power where you can use your voice on your platform. Talk to me. You got millions of people watching, I think. I don't know how good the herd numbers are. I like the herd. I like the show. I like Colin Cowherd. And you're also with somebody named Colin Cowherd, who is actually a Trump supporter from what I've seen and believe. He doesn't talk about Black Lives Matter much on his show. He doesn't address it like all these other shows are. He doesn't address it like that. And also he has had Donald Trump on his show before. So therefore I'm thinking he might be a Trump supporter. He didn't have Barack Obama on his show. He had Donald Trump on his show. I'm gonna leave that there. Now, me and her get into an argument. Let's get back to that. Me and her get into an argument because she's saying that I sound ridiculous. Now I'm all like, okay, so where do I sound ridiculous? You do make 6 figures plus a year, right? You are a celebrity, correct? You are on TV, right? You are trying to encourage people to vote a certain way, right? That fits your agenda. So how is this ridiculous? She don't want to argue with me because she already knows the deal. I'm a smasher in a debate. That's not even an issue. Like, to me, anybody that's a liberal, white, black, green, or yellow, you're not beating me in a debate because I'm going to fuck you up with facts. That's what I'm going to do. FAXX. Facts is what I do. Your feelings is disregarded in the argument. I'm going to get you in your feelings, but I don't care about them. Trust me. You can use them. You can get mad all day long, but the truth will be the truth. That's what facts are, okay? Something that is actually true, well-documented truth that actually happened. So, enough about Joy Taylor. We all know she's a liberal. We all know that, just like Colin Kaepernick, who talks about how racist everything is, but you got 2 white parents raising you, and you also ended up being in NFL. That's interesting. I've had somebody tell me, actually, that Army, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, National Guard aren't offended when Colin Kaepernick took a knee. And I'm going to be the first to tell you I was offended. I did serve, right? So anybody that served, you're probably going to be like, that dude, I mean, I would say over half of the people in the military should be, I'm not saying they are, but they should be disrespected when somebody kneels. And then you kneel on September 11th. That's the reason why I don't deal with the NBA. That's a segue to the NBA. Bam. The NBA has gone so extreme and so radical and so anti-American that they took a knee during the national anthem on September 11th. That moment, I was done with them. Don't want to watch it. Don't want to hear about it. Until you guys correct that, y'all better be standing up next year, or y'all better be taking that Black Lives Matter stuff out. Something when this next season comes up. Otherwise, I'm not watching it still. I have no interest in it. Zero. The NFL is the same thing. They have been pumping this Black Lives Matter stuff. It's not as bad as the NBA, though. I mean, well, one of the teams didn't even come out for the national anthem. They stayed in the locker room. Dog. That shit pisses me off. Like, how do you not come out for the national anthem? It's bad enough to kneel, which is trash from the beginning. Then you're going to not even show up. You don't even come out your locker room for the national anthem. And then they play this thing called the Black National Anthem. Dog, what the hell is a Black National Anthem? I thought we were sick of racism. So if we're sick of racism, don't you think we would not want to have a Black National Anthem, a white national anthem, a Mexican national anthem, an Asian national anthem? We want to keep it the national anthem. That's why it's called national. It doesn't have a color in front of it at all. It's national. It is the United States. That's the national anthem. That's it. There's nothing else. What are we standing up for other than that? Okay? Think about that. The Star Spangled Banner, all that shit is American. Everything about it is American. It's not black, it's not green, it's not yellow, it's American. It's red, white, fucking blue. That's it. I don't care how you look at it or cut and slice it, that's what it is. If you hate America, why are you in America? Think about that. Everybody's quick to tell somebody, if you don't like it with him, girl, you need to leave. Oh man, why you messing with that girl, dog? Man, you need to leave her alone, dog. She's stupid. If you really don't love somebody, if you really don't want to be with them, you'd leave, right? You would separate from them, correct? Same thing with the United States. If you really don't like the United States and they are really that racist to you, when you can't even name one law or legislation that shows that you are being systematically oppressed, leave. Because you can't come up with nothing, but you just hate it here over stuff that happened 70 years ago, plus more than 70 years ago for a lot of it, slavery, 155 fucking years ago. So if you can't get over that, yeah, it's probably best that you move to Vietnam or Cuba, places where you think socialism and communism is good for you. Go somewhere else, you know what I mean? Go to North Korea, see how they treat you over there. Go to China, see how they treat you over there. Did you know, there's another segue, China, boom. LeBron James, once again, who can stand up to for the 15 people that died at the hands of the police, but cannot stand up for those thousands and thousands of black men dragged up out of their homes in China. Black men and women with families in China getting drugged out of their home for no apparent reason, just because they say, oh, you're suspected of having COVID. You're not dragging out Chinese people. It started out in a Chinese lab, but you're snatching out black people from your homes in China. Got them out on the curb, in the cold, in the heat, whatever, disrespecting them, calling them all type of names. They got them in commercials, portraying them a certain way. All this stuff is going on, but LeBron James won't say nothing. Why? I'll tell you why. Because China is paying. His shoes are made. That's how his shoes are getting made in sweatshops. That's the reason why he's making the most money in China, because the Chinese people they're putting bread in his pocket. That's why. LeBron is supporting all this communist garbage that's never been, the United States have never been no communist stuff. I mean, our certain states are communist. California is communist, but Oregon's communist, Washington's communist, New York is communist. But I'm talking about as far as the whole nation, it is not communist. New Mexico, we can go down the list of the communist damn places, but this is not a full-on communist nation. So therefore, since we know that it's not communist, and my thing is, if you're from a communist state, don't move to a red state. It was tore up where you're at. Why would you go from where you were at, where it was tore up, and then go vote some tore up policies in a new state? No, you keep your shit over there, or you come over here and get with the program. Don't leave there. That's what you voted for. You stay your dumb ass there, right? That's how I feel. And LeBron James should be encouraging. Like, if he thinks America's so bad, why hasn't he left? Why is he still cashing those American checks from white people, right? White owner. Who's the owner of the Lakers? The Buss family, right? Okay, so if the Buss family is the owner of the Lakers, let me see. Are they black? You look down this paper, right? No, they're not fucking black. They are white, snow white people who got millions of dollars who are paying him money, okay? They're paying him top-notch money. He's getting paid $40 million a year, okay? 40 million. I probably made not even $1 million in my lifetime, probably. I don't know. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. This dude made 40 in a year just for dribbling a basketball and putting it in the hole. He can't do it from the free throw line, but he does put the ball in the hole, and that's how much money he gets paid for. Not to mention the shoes that he makes off the 15 cents he uses that it costs to put them together, because you're underpaying people in the communist nation. Not to mention that you're paying 15 cents to make the shoes, and then you turn around and sell it for 200. I mean, come on. This dude got sweatshops making the Nikes, right? That's why I don't fuck with him. I'm good. And I mean, a lot of these shoe companies are the same way. I'm not saying that it's just LeBron. This is not about LeBron. This is about that system as a whole of people putting false information out, lying to people, saying that we are being hunted down. When you lie, fool, you're not being hunted down. You drive with your top down in your Lamborghini, and you don't worry about somebody blowing your head off, and the damn sure ain't the police doing it. Okay? Let's get off LeBron James. Let's get to Black Lives Matter, the actual movement as a whole. You guys say, your words, not mine. Every time I pull up black on black crime, oh, well, see, this movement is not about that. There's other movements for that. We only focus on police brutality and racial injustice. Got you. So since you guys worry about police brutality and racial injustice, then what is the homes, the nuclear family structure come in? Where does that have to do with racism and inequality or police brutality? So that means you can divvy off and do other things, right? You guys can move off and add other things to your movement, but you didn't do it with black on black crime. Interesting. Interesting. You can put your message in sports. Doesn't have anything to do with Black Lives Matter. Basketball has nothing to do with it. But you can put your message there. But you cannot put your message in black on black crime. That is interesting to me. Oh, wait. I've been to Planned Parenthood. Racist white America. This is how racist white Republicans are. That I went to Planned Parenthood and it was white racist Republicans that stopped me from going in there to get services done. Damn, I got a piece of cotton on my damn beard. You ought to feel something. There it goes. So, wait, you mean to tell me that, it's white racist so-called Republicans outside of Planned Parenthood telling me, hell no, don't go in there. Where was Black Lives Matter at? You guys can put your message on TV. I can't even watch a basketball game without every player having a Black Lives Matter message on the jersey, on their shirts, the ass. But I can't get a stop black on black crime. I can't get that one time. I can't get a hashtag black on black crime needs to stop. Anything? Nothing? I can't get black aborted babies? Nothing? Like, your Black Lives Matter. You're not Black Lives Matter by criminals like that resisted arrest of the police, so we're going to defend them. No, it's Black Lives Matter. So I don't understand. I'm lost here. This is where I get lost. This is where Black Lives Matter loses me totally. I don't even want to hear about it no more. I want to know, what's the deal? I'm listening. Look, my ears are open. If you can explain to me why Black Lives Matter does not address black on black crime, I can't get one hashtag. I can't get one t-shirt. I can't get nothing. They said, you know what? Don't matter. That is basically saying, I don't care about your black on black violence. I don't care about black lives, even though, because remember, those are the most black lives that die. We don't care about that. In fact, we encourage it. And I'm going to tell you why we encourage it. Because our first initial statement was, we want to keep black fathers out of the home. So we don't even want to teach our kids not to kill each other. Oh, I'm done. America, America, God shed his grace on thee. Wait, you don't even want black people to have both parents in the home so they can teach their kids not to get out there and do dumb stuff and kill each other. America, America. Bruh, stop. You guys are capping right now. So when you tell me that you don't care about black on black crime and you're screaming Black Lives Matter, I know you full of more shit than a backed up porta-john. America, America, God sheds his grace on thee. You a clown. You belong in a circus. If you believe that Black Lives Matter should not be pushing against black on black crime. Oh, and I love the excuses. Black Lives Matter supporters, when you bring it up, oh, well, see, white people kill white people. Okay, cool. Let's just say white people do kill white people, which is a fact. White people kill white people. Can't believe that? But is there a White Lives Matter complaining? Nope. So shut the hell up. America, America. They're not bitching. If they're not bitching, why bring them up? You're the ones with the Black Lives Matter shirts on. You're the one with all the hashtags. You're the reason why I can't turn on a basketball game, football game, baseball game, hockey game, jack-off game. I can't turn on nothing because everything on there is Black Lives Matter. But you can't give one hashtag on black crime. White people ain't pushing White Lives Matter at a hockey game, at a basketball game, at a football game, at an ass-licking game. They're not. They're just not doing it. So we cannot put them in the equation. And what does racist America have to do with black people killing black people? Every time I hear about, oh man, you hear about Lil Duke, he shot Leroy in the corner last night. Oh, for real? Man, goddamn white people. No, fool, it was two black people. It wasn't no white person involved at all. America, America. In fact, I can go deeper than fucking that. It's usually a white person and a paramedics coming to try to bring that black person back to life. If it's time. It's a white person driving that paramedic, trying to get there in time while that black person fights for his life because another black person has shot his ass. Now that's facts. You want to talk about slavery? Let's segue into slavery really quick. Let's talk about it. Because black people, black liberals, not black people for the most part, but black liberals, let me roll my eyes again. You guys love to complain about slavery. Okay, cool. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about slavery a little bit. Because you guys love to complain and say, oh, America's been so wrong to us. You've never picked 1 ounce of cotton, by the way. And they have treated us like nothing. And the police department was established only because of, what's the reason? Slaves that got freed and they just wanted to, no. And then you want to talk about the 13th Amendment. The 13th Amendment, if you break down what the 13th Amendment is all about, it's really about voluntary slavery. I'll get on that in another video. Voluntary slavery. Because you're going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? 13th Amendment, that's about, no, it's about voluntary slavery. But we'll get to that in another video. We're going to talk about slavery really quick. There were white people that fought to end slavery. Oh, you didn't know that, did you? So when you talk about white people being racist, don't you think all white people would have just said, fight for yourself, blackie? No, they didn't. What they did was they fought with you. In fact, they took the hills with you. They loaded their muskets with you. Yeah, they was calling you a bunch of N-words and, you know, we can go down a list of names they were probably calling you while they was on the battlefield. Didn't want to fight with you, but they fought for you, goddammit. And that's good enough. I'll take it. If a white person were to say, I'm getting jumped by a bunch of black folks, and a white person said, you know what? I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to get into that little pile and fight with you, but I'm going to get on the outside and punch and try to get some of these people off you. I'm not going to fight with you, but I'll jump in on the other side because I just don't want to fight with you. Okay, fine with me. You're helping me, so cool. I'll take it. But black people want everything on a silver damn platter. That's what they want. They want you to, hey, well, you know, you cooked for me. Well, can you cut the meat up for me? Oh, you cut the meat up for me. Well, can you feed me? Well, can you chew it first? I don't want to have to damage my teeth. That's how you guys are, okay? That's how you fools sound. You guys want everything on the platter. Well, Abraham Lincoln really didn't free the slaves because black people were created equal. Did he free your dumb ass? Just use your brain. If not, why don't you take your ass back to Alabama in a cotton field and pick that mother-sucking cotton? If you feel like it was wrong that Abraham Lincoln freed you because of other interests instead of just freeing black people from slavery, take your ass back out there and pick the cotton. Look, I'm not gonna stop you. Go ahead. I'm not. Look, Mr. Lincoln, thank you, sir. Thank you. God love you. God love me. Bye. That's how I feel, right? I'm gonna take it. If somebody told me, hey man, I'm gonna give you $10,000. I don't like you. I don't like you because you're black. I don't like you because of the way you walk, the way you talk. I'm sick of you. I really don't like you. Dog, I wish your whole family died, but I'm gonna give you $10 million, $10,000. Guess what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that money. I don't care about what the person think. I'm taking it, okay? I'm not gonna be like, well, since you said those things, I guess you can keep your $10,000. No, I'm gonna take the bread. Like, you gotta be a dummy to think other than that. Like, use your brain, okay? Be smart. Don't you guys wanna be smart? Don't complain about something that you're benefiting from. Are you benefiting from not being a slave? Yes or no? That's all you gotta ask yourself. Are you benefiting for having all the rights as a human? Because you got it. I've seen gays be able to get married. You see them still complaining about gay marriage? No. Why? Because they got it. And they don't care how they got it. They got it, right? Just think about that. Everybody else, the Indians, Native Americans, whatever you want to call them, are they really, do you see them complaining every day? Oh my God, what the Pilgrims did to us. No, they don't care. Why? Because, well, shit, they did get land. They got 100 casinos out there and they're getting paid off of them bitches. And they're living pretty damn lavishly. In fact, last time I went to an Indian reservation, they had Lamborghinis parked in the yard and all that. So yeah, never mind. They shouldn't be complaining anyway. We ain't getting none of that. But the bottom line is, nobody's complaining. Black people are the only ones complaining. That's it. Why? Why are black liberals still complaining about it? Dog, it's over. You're not getting reparations. The only people should be mad, and they can't be mad because they're gone, is the people that were actually slaves. They're the ones that should be pissed. Now, if I was born in 1865, no, not 1865, like 1860 and forward, like 1860, that means I was born into slavery then, I would be pissed if I was still alive right now. Like, wait a minute, I didn't get nothing. I was a slave. I should get something. But nobody rose up and got it. Why are you complaining? You're not a slave right now. I'll go deeper than that because after this, I'm going to wrap it up. I'll go deeper than that. You got politicians right now. Now, I remember. Look, I ain't got that old yet. I remember. I'm old enough to remember all the way back to like August of last year. Like, that's a long time ago. In political years, that's 20 years ago. Okay? During the primaries, I think that was August, July, I don't know. Whatever it was. Pretty far back. Long time ago. Back in the good old days. Those Democratic politicians were talking about reparations. Now, Biden and Harris especially was talking about reparations. She said it every other third word. Other than Trump, everything that came out of Democrats' mouth during the primaries was reparations. So why don't we hear that now? What happened? Where the reparations at? No reparations? Wait, no reparations. You've been talking about reparations for the whole primaries, and you ain't said shit about reparations at all lately. And I would say I ain't heard nobody say nothing about reparations probably since shit. Then. I don't hear nothing. So that lets you know you're not getting a damn thing. Stop talking about it. Everybody talk about how much money old Leroy owe. Man, he been owing me $5 since 1987. I ain't got my money yet. If you ain't gonna beat him up and take it, stop talking about it. I'm just saying. If you're not gonna go after, and guess who you'd have to go after? The Democratic Party. Because guess who's the ones that was enslaving people? The Democratic Party. So if you want to get your money, you should go talk to them. Especially when they're the ones that keep bringing it up. There's a reason why they keep bringing it up. They're the ones that enslaved you. There's a reason why they want to take down those statues. They're the ones that Robert E. Lee, Democratic. That's why they want to take down the statue, so you don't realize, wait a minute, these are the too late, they're gone. They want to take down Abraham Lincoln. Why? Because, wait, Abraham Lincoln's a Republican, so, wait, hold up. He's a Republican. He the one freed the slave. Then what happened? Take down that statue, buddy. Look, if I was a white, racist, liberal, Democrat, Antifa, whatever, socialist, communist, all the above, burn the motherfucking statues down. Burn them businesses down. Why? Burn them down in the black neighborhoods especially. Why? Make them have to come to us. Depend on us to rebuild it. They've been banking on black people to depend on them since, I don't know, at least the 50s, 60s, probably. Right? For 50, 60 years, black people have been depending on the Democratic Party and never got nothing from them. Liars? Am I lying? If I'm lying, I'm motherfucking flying. I don't see me flying on this camera. Maybe y'all can. This is what Democratic politicians do when they watch you guys burn. Yeah, that's right. Come to daddy. Yeah, come to your mess. Come on. Come on. I'll take care of you. I'll throw you an extra piece of chicken. I already bit off of it and it's 5 days old, but I'll give it to you. You won't starve tonight. You'll be sick as a dog, but you won't starve tonight. That's how they work. These snakes. Snakes. We'll tell them we'll give them reparations just to get their vote. Then when we get their vote, what reparations? See? See how quick that is? That's simple. We ain't got to worry about it for 4 more years. They ain't going to ask about it because they too scared to. They're not going to talk about it. Nobody wants to hear it, especially Republicans. They don't want to hear it. And just think about it. We're the lesser of the two evils, right? I mean, those Republicans are so bad. Even though Donald Trump, who's a Republican president, did give them funding for their black colleges, he did do police reform and criminal justice reform and got black people's unemployment down to the lowest. But if we just let them know by CNN, Crazy Nigginess News, and MSDNC, and all these other networks, ABC, and New York Times, and LA Times, the Washington Post, if we continue putting this fuckery out, they'll believe it. I mean, let's face it. They've been voting for us and we ain't gave them shit for since, I don't know. We have not given them shit. And guess what? They're not even asking for it. And when they do ask for it, we'll forget. And then they'll forget. Look at Obama. We gave them a black president. They brought up reparations to him. He said no. A black president who's a Democrat said no to reparations. He said hell no. He put a fuck in front of the no. He said no. I ain't giving you shit. Black president, right? Mm-hmm. I'm peeping game. They ask me. Google it. YouTube it. What Obama say about reparations? And watch what his answer is. Well, you know what? Fuck you. You ain't getting shit. If you don't like it, too bad. Because guess what? You're going to vote for us anyway. And you're going to go another 4 years and another 4 years and another 4 years. That's why your mom is 70 years old, 80 years old, and she's been voting for us since the law can allow. And guess what? This is how fucking dumb black liberals are. This is how dumb they are. Joe Biden on the show with the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne. He had a one-on-one with Charlemagne. Not only did Joe Biden say you ain't black, but his reasoning for why you should vote for him was priceless. Guess what he said? This is what he said. I'm the one that extended the voting rights for 35 years. Motherfucker, who didn't? Like, show me somebody else that would say, you know what? These black people can't vote no more. Show me one politician right now says that. On Democrat side and Republican. They ain't that stupid to say, you know what? Fuck them all. All black people, all you N-words, get up out of here. You're not voting shit. None of them. None. Joe Biden is bragging about that? Dog, get out of here. That's his reason why you should vote for him, because he extended the voting rights for black people 35 damn years. I quit. I'm out of here, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for watching the flash drive. Oh, and my health is better. I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you guys for your advice, tips, prayers, and well wishes. I love y'all. Share the video. I'm out of here.